was a good week. I think it was. I think we had a similar week from what our conversation has been recently.
Mhm.
We had a similar week. I think we can both kind of say how our week's been because I think we shared the same week. To be fair, so in case you didn't know, I had a little gathering at my house over the weekend. I had like a come dine with me themed day, and I invited some of my closest friends to come and all prepare a meal or a dish of their choice. And I also got some other my good friends to judge our food unknowingly though, because I contacted them separately. One of these friends being my co-host, Leah.
Hello.
Come on. And she came with another good friend of ours, Stephanie, to judge the food as well. Also, Aaliyah also brought some nice snacks, some treats for us. Some cheesecakes, lovely. It was really, really nice. To the day, and yeah, like overall, it was such a good day. Like a really, 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 really good day. And also celebrated a really good friend of mine's birthday, Felicia. She's also featured on one of our episodes. Check out that episode if you can. And we celebrated her birthday as well. And yeah, like it was just really, really, really good vibes. Like I loved it. Like I really did love it as well. If you want to kind of see how the day went, check out Deborah's YouTube channel, Deborah C. You can find the link probably on her Instagram page. But we'll link it. Deborah C. And I think it's the latest video up on her page, if I'm correct. But yeah, like it was just a beautiful day, and I loved having all of you guys there. I loved it. Yeah.
Well, thank you for inviting us. Like I had such a good time.
Yeah, I think that was how my week. Oh, and also recording for the episode before. Again, thank you for everyone that came. Deborah, Arnold, Ayo. Thank you for coming to record with us. Very much appreciated.
By far one of the best episodes. It was just so fun. Like the energy, it was just great overall.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite episode because it was just good vibes. Like,
that's all you can really hope for. Just good vibes.
So, Aaliyah, how's your week been?
Well, as you said, it was like kind of similar. They come dine with me, hosted, and then like everyone come in and bring their food. Oh my gosh, it was like such an amazing experience. I'm so glad that I was part of it, and like enjoying everyone's food, everyone enjoying the cheesecake I made. Oh, it was just so wonderful to see. And my gosh, after that, I'm telling you, I was asleep when I got home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was gone. I was so tired because, like, you know, when you eat good food, I was just so tired. But it was like so fun, like so much fun. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for inviting me. It was just a very good experience.
That's fun. That's all good.
But also yesterday, I was shopping in IKEA. I was getting some stuff to bring to uni, like some uni stuff.
Oh yeah, you'll be doing that this year, won't you?
Yeah, and it's just, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I've got more stuff to get, and it was like a weird experience because I haven't actually gone shopping. Like quarantine started, like I've been to Sainsbury's, and like I've traveled. I just haven't like been to a shop, and it was like very weird, especially since the whole like mask, like mandatory mask thing, it started. There were people that weren't wearing masks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There were loads of like, people at the station weren't wearing masks. People in IKEA weren't wearing masks. It was kind of like, and nobody was checking them at all.
And that's what I was going to ask, because I swear, even the shopkeepers, they're allowed to send you out if you're not wearing a mask, I swear.
Yeah, exactly. So I just don't understand, why is nobody checking for them? Really, it was very weird to see. Like, you know that it's like, you have to wear a mask now. Yet you choose to do otherwise. It's like, do you
It's
really?
selfish.
Yeah, it's really selfish. Do you want us to go back to normal? Well, really
This
not.
is the only chance we have on have like at least avoiding like a big second wave.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? This is the only chance we have. If you're being selfish now, then I don't know for this country.
That's so true. So true.
When you go out with your friends and stuff, do you wear a mask? Like, let's say you're walking or you're going to the park, or do you just save it for like transport or shops? Like, how do you kind of manage your mask life?
So, do you know what? I like to go on walks. I have been trying to go on more walks. So, if I'm just walking to the park, I don't really wear a mask because it's all like, it's open, it's outside. I'm not really walking like close with anybody, so I don't really tend to wear a mask. But if transport shops, if I know I'm going to be close to people, mask is on. So that's how I really manage it. What about you?
Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
I think what I've trying to do, if I can, is just not wear makeup. Like, there's no point in me doing makeup and then having a mask on just to mess it up. I might as well not wear it unless I'm going somewhere where I don't need to take public transport. I can literally walk there. Then I will maybe consider makeup. It depends on what the event is, or if it's necessary, I'll wear makeup. Just have a brush on me, fix up when I'm out. But it's so annoying, man. Like, it's irritating, but things could be worse, you know? Like, catching coronavirus is worse. So, I might as well.
Wear a mask or go to the hospital. You know, we're trying to...
Wear a mask or die.
Exactly. It's not that hard.
Possibly. But yeah. All right, then, cool. Let's move on to our first topic of the day.
Yes.
And I think all of you, unless you're living under a rock, are aware of the whole Kanye West running for president 2020. Elio, thoughts?
No. Just no. Because like Trump, they both use Twitter.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah. Do you know what? They both use Twitter in like very inappropriate ways. And I feel as though I just don't even know what to say. You went on a rant on Twitter, calling your wife out for cheating, comparing your mother-in-law to Kim Jong-un, your sister-in-law stinks. Like that one actually threw me off guard. Kylie Jenner stinks. Oh, wow.
You can be as rich as you are, but if you're stinking, you're still putting people off you, mate. Body, please. In 2020, when there's corona, we're trying to be clean. Are you still smelling? Are you still smelling? Get it together.
Well, like, it's just Twitter isn't the best platform to use, especially if you're using it in that way. And I don't think, like, the fact that both Trump and Kanye were, like, politically aligned until he announced his shit, I don't feel like this is the way that American. I mean, to be very fair, I'm not American, so that's your own. But this is not the way to go, people, because from the day Trump was voted in as president, you became a laughing stock. When leaders gather up, do you remember when it was Justin Trudeau, whoever the prime minister was at the time of here, and just leaders just coming in and laughing at Trump, and then Trump went on Twitter and basically said they were very rude, it was very inappropriate, blah blah blah. Anyways, but they became the laughing stock of the world because you elect people that aren't qualified and that aren't there to help your country become better, but and you've faced more violence, you've faced worse healthcare. I mean, your healthcare was bad as it was, but you made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
So
at least there was Obamacare. What's happening now?
Exactly. So how is it that electing Kanye will make a change? Because as far as I'm concerned, he's a musician. He is great at what he does. And I'm not taking that away from him. But politically, there isn't a background to stand on.
I think the reason why I'm giving the whole situation a side eye, it's weird because even before all of this, he had gone to a what's it called?
Rally?
Convention. What's it called?
A rally.
Yes. And he was when I told you he was spouting nonsense, he was spouting nonsense, right?
Stop with the fake facts.
Exactly. I was just like, what is happening? And then people were like, leave him. Ever since his mother died, it's affected him greatly. I'm going to be very real with you, and I get it. Situations like that affect people differently, right? I just don't want this to be the only, forever being the excuse or a reason to justify Kanye West's actions. And I get it. From what has been said, he's suffering from mental illness as well. So that's another factor to consider. But at the same time, he's just straight up ignorant. He's just ignorant. He's so ignorant. A lot of the things that he says is so damaging to our community. And then to add this on top, it's fam, 2020 is already as wild as it is. We didn't ask for you to go and spoil your family's business, but I'm here for it. I'm sitting, sipping my tea nice and slow. You know, let it continue. Bitch, there's nothing else for us to check for. Exactly. So keep on spilling it. I'm so here for it. Just don't spill my business.
I love outside of drama. It's just the best place to be.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, what the hell is going on with Kanye West? Now, the reason why I'm giving it the side eye is people want to run with the narrative that, you can clearly see that he's having a mental, which I do agree. But at the same time, you can't blame people for not trusting him completely. Because it wasn't that long ago he did the exact same thing, and then immediately his album dropped. Or when he was spouting all this rubbish, was it not we were hearing, a new Yeezy line has come out?
Oh, yeah, with Gap.
And now Kanye West, is he not preparing for an album now?
Yes, he is.
And he is. And now we're hearing another thing again. It's I don't know if you're actually suffering from mental illness or you're just using it for publicity. You cannot trust anyone these days. So I'm giving the whole situation a side eye. Like I said, all I'll be doing is sitting slow, sipping slow, watching everything unfold. And yeah, man.
Yeah. I feel like at a certain point, people just need to take Twitter away from them. Just delete that app.
Right.
Just delete.
Right. What was funny about the situation, though, was that Kanye was trending. And what's funny as well is I didn't deep the mistake, but the first tweet said, so y'all people got Kanye spelled Kayne trending because so many of you didn't have to spell his name correctly. And I clicked it because I didn't see the mistake. I was like, okay, this makes sense. Click. And then I was like, oh, it's wrong. that was funny to see too. I think what's peaked though, Kim's business was just built like
no
tomorrow.
True or not? Oh, you have theories?
I have to think about it. I don't think it's true. I think that's the paranoia in Kanye talking.
Mm-hmm.
And from information that's come out, they did meet each other, but it wasn't a one-on-one meeting. There was a large group of people there. And so there wasn't any way it could have developed from there. That's what has been said. So that's why I don't really believe it to be true. I just think it's the paranoia. Or maybe because then again, he's saying a lot of stuff that I'm not surprised to hear about, like, Chris using his daughter, trying to exploit his daughter. She's done that with all her kids. So that's not surprising to hear. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, but my spirit tells me it's not true. So
I mean, even like the pictures and it's not like they were alone. And
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and they have like stuff to talk about. Like it seemed like legit business stuff. So I'm not I'm not buying it.
Yeah, take it with a pinch of salt, you know. But if it comes out to be true, then it's like,
damn.
What is Kanye really spilling some true tea? Or, like, I don't know. I just think his mind is in such a place where this truth is coming out and absolute nonsense is coming out at the same time. So you have to just take everything he says lightly, because it's just so confusing. That even the way he was typing was just weird, like really, really, really weird. He was writing the messages and it'll just be these big spaces, and then he will continue the sentence, and then he will just tweet a random word like Drake. I don't know what.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Why are you putting names? You're just spouting names. I don't get it. How does this person correlate with this person? Tell us what is going on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's just, what was coming out was just word vomit. Like, it was crazy. And then I think he was even talking about Shia LaBeouf at one point.
Wow.
I was like, what the hell? Like, I was confused. Very much confused. But if he's really going through something, get well, Kanye. Honestly, do get well, because mental health is serious. Even I don't know if you know about this, Aaliyah, but with Tamar Braxton as well.
Yeah, I did see that.
I hope she's in a better
100%.
Yeah, like a better state of mind. I hope she's surrounded by people that really love and care about her. Because even her Instagram page, her Twitter page, she changed her name to Tamar apostrophes slave Braxton, and then she wrote like one final like kind of message saying, "Oh, my master won't let me go. I'm a slave." I won't lie to you, that whole message scared me. It gave me very much Illuminati tease.
Oh, damn.
Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm a slave. I was like, oh, this is not what I want to be reading, but okay. So, but yeah, that's that with Tamar. Get well soon. All right.
Something else. Yeah, something else that's been happening on Twitter, which is a lot closer to home.
Unfortunately. So
grime artist Wiley decided he was gonna go on an anti-Semitic rant on Twitter.
Aaliyah, let's pull up the tweets. I'd appreciate if you could just read them up on the shade borrow.
Yeah.
We'll start from the beginning, go from the end, and then we'll give our opinions about the whole situation.
Okay, dokie. What are they on?
Is the truth? Yes. Okie dokie no. All right. Can you see the one that says widely accused of anti-Semitism after controversial Twitter rant?
I am on that post.
All right, then. Just go from there and then...
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. These are the tweets of Wiley. The law...
Wait, sorry, hold on. What date was this done? Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
All right, then. Sorry. We're doing this just so you guys can get some context about what has been happening before we just go into it. Yep. All right, Aaliyah, begin.
So, the law hides behind the police who are the KKK. Is it anti-Semitic to say Jewish people have power? This one actually angered me. In fact, there are two sets of people who nobody has really wanted to challenge: Jewish people and the KKK. But being in business for 20 years, you start to understand why. If you work for a company owned by two Jewish men and you challenge the Jewish community in any way, of course you will get fired. In some cases, the oppressor becomes the oppressed becomes the oppressor. Certain people out here actually using Hitler's tricks, and I don't like Hitler, just saying though. Rednecks are the KKK and Jewish people are the law. Work that out. Damn, there are more. Oh my gosh. From the beginning of time, the system has had us at the bottom until they try. His spelling, can we please? Okay. From the beginning of time, the system has had us at the bottom until they could use us to do certain things at the top, but they always want us to know that we are still black, so don't get too leery. I have experienced this. Okay. If you breathe your anti-Semitic, you're being anti-Semitic. Okay. These lots are taking the piss because they're the law. My people, sadly, the party don't start till we start going on wicked. We need to be on the same page because all these other ethnics and cultures are. One black army could protect black people worldwide, and obviously our country is Africa. Imagine that, eh? Because they won't tell you, they just think it and treat you like it, ECT. Black people, you need to know what other ethnics think of us by glance. Religion equals mind manipulation and human control.
Oh, damn.
It just does. Wow, these are for me. Oh my god.
I didn't know you said that.
It's all been a big setup for my people. We are all still slaves. Now it's just hidden and not spoken or written about, but it's systematic, so you can't hide it. Okay. Oh, was there still more? Okay. They know I'm not scared, so they don't try to warn me or save me. Wait, I read that. And people who kiss the media's ass, why don't you care about them? About cancel culture. Cancel culture, you fools. Cancel cultures suck. I don't what? Listen to me, Jewish community. Israel is not your country. I'm sorry.
Girl, is there more?
Oh, and then somebody replied to one of his tweets. The UK is not your country. You blacks are not owed anything. Go to Africa. You don't like it here and live with HIV. Damn. That's not him. Somebody replied that, wow, DK is really... I don't know how to read. Wow, there are some new tweets that I haven't even read, but that was like all of them. Wow.
Now, I had a conversation about this with you before, and now that you've read all the tweets, I feel like I can confirm that's what he was kind of going with, like what he was trying to say, and then he tried to play it off as, oh no, I'm just joking, guys. Or no, like I said this to you before. I can see what he was trying to say, and basically, which is bad. But I can see what he's trying to say. He's trying to basically run with the narrative of like, oh, you know, Jewish people are bad when it comes to like, oh, because they have so much money, but all the money they have is not good money because they have a corrupt way of, you know, gaining money and stuff. And clearly he's speaking from a personal experience, clearly. But what we don't know what he's about. We probably won't find out. Or maybe he's got a big mouth, he'll probably say something. And which is a really negative stereotype that Jewish people have. And one thing I respect about the Jewish community is that whatever any plans, any businesses, any ideas they have, they keep it within their community. Fam, these people marry within their community because it's just easier. Similar to how the Chinese do it, do you get? And because of, and even with everything that they've gone through from over the years and stuff, they've been able to kind of grow and build from it, right? And again, let's not forget, this whole negative stereotype with Jews and stuff really came from the whole Nazi regime, World War II period. So, but people just, you know, seem to forget that. And Jewish people are rich. Let's not lie, these Jewish people are rich. But I think another reason is because they stay within their community. And I think what he's trying to say is that Black people kind of need to adapt that same way of thinking, where if we want to grow bigger and stronger as a community, let's stay within our community. Let's build within our community before we start lending a hand out to other communities. That's why we're so scattered and divided. And you can kind of see him trying to say that, but then he's just being so offensive with it. I don't think it's necessary for you to compare Jewish people and to the KKK, because like, do you know what I mean? Like, Jewish people didn't World War II. Jewish people did not do anything wrong. Literally, the whole Hitler's whole thing was just let's find a group of people we can, and let's not forget, Jewish people are not the only people that suffered during that period. Though, if you're less able, or you're older, or you're a different race, or you had a different sexual orientation, basically, healthy white, you're going to deal with the same consequences. But Jewish people were the main target. You know, do you know what I mean? So let's not forget that. But KKK was so unprovoked about so unprovoked, because the whole thing with KKK is that, oh well, it's a pure race and Black people aren't, and proof of this is through, we like to carry the Bible to prove our points and stuff, which is absolute bull. And the fact that to me, it's like you're comparing the KKK and you say you don't like the KKK, but then you're saying in the same breath that religion is, what did you say religion was?
Religion is equal to mind manipulation.
But then, is that not what the KKK were doing as well, where they'll just throw in religion to prove their points, mind manipulation, to manipulate other white people into thinking what we're doing is okay? But you're saying that like the KKK.
The don't hide behind religion. Like,
Yeah.
if you feel so strongly about it, say it with your chest. Don't say, oh, the Bible made me do this, the Quran made me do this, or the Torah made me. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what is right and you know what is wrong.
Mm.
And a person in a community, obviously that is wrong, but you want to say, no, the Bible, but times change.
But my thing is that you're saying you don't like the KKK, but you're sprouting the same narrative that they've gone with, where it was, oh, what our actions, what we do is justified by our religion. But then you're saying you don't, religion is so, like, it's very contradictory, a lot of the things he was saying in his tweets. And then to play it off as a joke at the end of it, it's like, you're only saying this because now you've been dropped from your label. And I'm so sorry, because I said it to you as well. I said that they were so quick to drop him from his label for saying these anti-systemic tweets and whatever. But if there's racial profiling or discrimination within a workplace, it has to take protest and petitions for there to be a slight change. But they were so quick to, drop him from his label. Again, I think it's just karma, because he's just been sprouting a lot of rubbish for a really long time. And now karma's just come to bite him in the ass. But why is it that they were so quick to drop him, but then when it comes to issues within our own community, it takes such a long time?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? I think they were so quick to drop him because the stuff he said was outrageous. And it's like, after saying things like that, who's going to support you? Because I know that to be very fair, I didn't know who he was until this whole Stormzy beef. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not really into the grime scene, anyways. Yeah. So I didn't know who he was until then. But if I was a fan, I'm so sorry, I would drop, because if that's really your person, that's your personality, and that's what your values are. Good. I don't need that in my life. Like, but when it comes to Black issues and Black lives, because in a business way, I think in a business way, it's seen as trendy. It's like, it's trendy to be for Black lives, and to help that, they do a little just to seem okay and just to seem like, oh yeah, we're part of the cause, to keep face. But as long as it doesn't hurt their bottom line, they won't do much.
Yeah. Being Black isn't a trend, But if you're Black, you go through all of it, whether you want to or not. You feel the full brunt of it at one point of your life. I feel like everyone has that moment where they're like, damn, I'm Black. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's that one moment where that whole image of I live a perfectly good life with everyone else, that just kind of shatters at one point. I feel like we all have a story of where it's like, oh my gosh, I realized that I'm really a minority in this world. Like, I'm really, yeah.
That's really sad that a whole community of people have a shared experience on this topic, and it's not a good experience either. It's something that you kind of like that can actually be me. That can happen to me, because everyone knows somebody, or everyone has been close with somebody. Like, it affects everybody who is Black. It don't matter your age. Like, it really does not matter.
Exactly. It's really, really, really sad. I feel like the only thing I kind of agreed on was, let's build our community. I did agree on that. I think that's something, and I feel like anyone can say this. Like, that's something we should do. Because being black, there's just so many different perspectives of how you should live your life as a black person. Our community is so scattered. That's not our fault. That's not our fault. We've been scattered like that. Like, we've not been able to kind of grow and strengthen as one. We've been thrown all over the world, growing up believing in different things, So it's hard. But I feel like that's the first step we can do to improve our community. Yeah. And I feel like if you just went on that narrative, then I'll be like, okay, cool. There's no need now you bashing a whole group of people for what? Like, there's no need. And you're an idiot in thinking that you can, especially when it comes to the Jewish community, there is no way you can think that you can make comments like that and no one's going to check you on them, because, like, it's a known fact anyway that if you speak up on certain things concerning that community, you're going to deal with the consequences. Yeah. Sorry about the whistling in the background. That's Nollywood playing, guys. Again, if I'm recording at my house, just know that there probably will be some Nollywood playing in the background, or airplane flying by. Apologies. But should we move on? Yeah. Right. So I think the final topic for today is something that happened today, which I'm really sad about.
Oh,
I'm really, really sad about, because anyone that knows me knows that my favourite artist ever in the whole wide world, Kwasa, she's just up there. She's like, I think she's currently someone to look out for. Like, I think that's...
Wow, yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
50%.
Like, from what I've heard from one of her V-Lives, she was saying how there were plans for her to promote in the US, and her comeback was meant to be filmed in the US, as well as Moonbills as well. But she was meant to promote in the US. One of the places she was meant to promote at was Coachella, which I'm still pressed about, because it's like, right? But I like to also be up to date with Mamma Mia's schedule, and that's how much of a fan I am. So I usually just go on Twitter and check out their column, whatever it's called, when they have like their own personal thread, I guess. So I went on Twitter, and whose name do I see at the top? Kwasa, of course. And I was like, okay, cool. What's new? Why is she trending all of a sudden? I click on her name, and Lord and behold, what do I see?
Bro, it was... I don't even know what to say, man.
So, let me just try and do this unbiasedly. Cool. So I knew of this whole situation like a week before. Not about it blowing up or anything like that, but I knew what had caused the whole competition to start anyway. And basically, she's on a show called I Live Alone, which basically follows the lives of celebrities in Korea that live by themselves and what they get up to. And she's now at like a panelist, on the show. But because of like promotions and stuff, she's been quite busy, so she hasn't really appeared on the show. But now she's now doing a spin-off of the show with two of the other female panelists from the show, and every Friday they'll be releasing an episode on the program's YouTube channel. Cool. And a sneak peek of next week's, or this week, I guess, next week.
Yeah.
Episode shows her and two of the other girls wearing like these really flashy clothes. Now, the reason why I knew about the clothes really early on is because she and the other two women did a live on their YouTube channel, and they were wearing the clothes. So clearly the sneak peek was filmed like a week ago. So this is not like something that they just recorded it now. And I'll be very real with you. My first reaction when I saw the clothes was this. Now, one of the females, Park Nare, she's a comedian in Korea. She's she's always number one on the top entertainment searches. Like, she's just, when it comes to brand reputation and stuff, she's always ranked number one. Like, she's really a big star in Korea. I think she's even got her own Netflix show, if I'm correct. Yeah, like when I said, "Oh, right there, get your bag." That's what she stood out to me first, because she had like these really big, it was like lipstick drawn on her lips, but it was like really overdrawn, and I was black, and I was like, this is such a weird look. But then the thing is, she's known for having like really weird drastic looks, so I tried not to read into it too much. Cool. And Hwasa was wearing like a head wrap and like this really flowy dress. And when I looked closer, I will be real, the print on the dress kind of gave me like the cheeky vibes. And I was like, I won't say too much. And then the other woman, she wore like this long fringe wig. And the thing is, to me, it's like, I don't know if they were trying to represent like a country or something. Because even in the
it didn't look like it. I thought
because
it was jokey and like costumey.
Because even in the live, someone, I think one of the commenters, or I don't know if it was one of the girls, I can't remember who, was like, she's like, what's it, Kwasa? She's like, it's like a reggae style. And it's like, I don't know, in Korea, it's like, automatically, if you have something that screams black or like ethnic, it's just reggae style. Like, is that all they know? Reggae style. So it's just like, And even the other lady, the wig gave me, the whole outfit kind of gave me Egyptian. She was just like, So I didn't say anything. And I was like, if aunties get their hands on this video, it's going to be a problem. Because not too long ago, her backup dancers were seen wearing do-rags on her comeback stage. And even that, I was just like, But the dancer spoke up about it. That's a whole different situation. Cool. So then this morning, what blows up? The same video, but the video was for the preview for next week's episode. It's not even the same like live. It's just a different video. Now, what annoyed me was the fact that automatically false or misinformation was being spread. As a Nigerian, so I can tell you if it's fact or not, what that girl had on her head was not a gele, okay? A gele is a particular material that's wrapped around the bride of a Nigerian woman. There's a certain way you wrap it. Like, when I tell you, I think geles are beautiful. Like, I would wear, people wear geles anyway, even if they're not getting married or not. I would. Like, I love them. They're just beautiful. But there's a certain way you wrap it that is clear that it's a gele. Plus, you need the material to do it anyway, or it just won't work, right? And there's even like, you even get trained to do it. And you can like, I know some people started businesses from just doing it. Like, that's how serious of a thing it is. And I will tell you, as a Nigerian, what she did with her, that scarf or whatever it was on her head, was not a gele. Now, it looked like it was more of a turban to me. Just because turbans aren't part of Nigerian culture doesn't mean it isn't part of another culture. Okay? And from the dress part of it looked like I don't know. It did, because there's like a it's like an African dress. It's like a canton dress, something like that. It did look like that, and the print made me. It does remind me of the dress. So NBC spoke up immediately. Like, they got onto it immediately, and they were like, let me just read the statement, because I don't want to get it wrong. Give me a second. I feel like I'm just kind of talking a lot, but I just want to kind of get everything on the table before we kind of discuss it. Okay, so here it is. It says, we have received negative messages regarding Kwasa's outfit. I want to clarify that this outfit originated from a Korean sauna look that Kwasa often wore on our program. We had no intention of comically presenting a traditional outfit of a particular country. We realize that some of you have falsely identified Kwasa's outfit as a reflection of Nigerian traditional outfits. Furthermore, due to the comic genre of our show, some of you have shown concerns just in a comical reflection of traditional outfits and the possibility of it leading to racism. However, we want to assure you that we had no intention of relating her outfit to a specific culture. We hope this provides you an explanation for your concerns. Thank you for all your love and support for our program. Cool. So that's NBC's response. That NBC is the network that owns the show. Now, okay. So what kind of stood out to me was the sauna part. I have never seen anyone in my entire life wear something like what she wore in a sauna. And then, do you know what I mean?
I googled it, Korean sauna outfits. It was far from. That's why I feel like that part of the statement I'm gonna call BS, because no. And every interpretation I've seen, and like everywhere, it's like t-shirt, like shorts, and then like towel on your head. So I'm gonna call BS on that part.
Now, the only thing that kind of remotely gave me a sauna look was the way the scarf was wrapped on her head. If they want to run with that narrative, then it's like you're really just picking the smallest things to try and like avoid the bigger issue at hand, and I don't really appreciate that. I can say, yeah, maybe the scarf was wrapped on the head, like, you know how you wrap a towel on your head when you go to the sauna or come out of a bath. Yes, it looked like that to me. I'll give you that. But you cannot tell me that overall look was meant to represent a sauna. I have seen her when she's at home. She's stated many times, and we've seen it, she likes to wear big, comfortable dresses, just that don't hug the body, so she's more comfortable. I have seen that, yes. But the combination of the two things, it just doesn't make sense to me. But cool, move. I'm happy I do agree with the Nigerian part. Please, if you're not Nigerian or you did not do your research properly, don't say something that's not, you don't even know yourself. Like, I was reading a lot of tweets saying that, oh yeah, there's a Nigerian culture, there's Nigeria. No, it's not. Nigerians, we don't walk, we just like what you dress like every single day. Jeans, top.
Like, not normal, but like just casual wear. Yeah.
And even that, you'll see people wearing those kind of clothes at home. Do you know what I mean? And what people were trying to say as well is that, oh no, this kind of dress that she's wearing, it's originated from Korea. So even if it originated from Korea, there is still African influence in the style
100%.
or the pattern of the dress. Do you get? So regardless, because now let's get into like the discussion of it all. Regardless, what she did was wrong.
100%, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What I'm surprised about is that people haven't. I've only seen one person say this, but people haven't really checked the other members of the cast. I feel like what's outfit, at least it was just the outfit itself. I think this whole kind of big black drawn lips that Nare has on face and stuff, it just is such a cringy. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, even when I saw it in the live, I was like, this is funny to me. Like, it just looks, you look mad. So I'm surprised no one has really said anything with that. But yeah.
Do you know what I think the reason I was really tricked is because like it's mainly international fans who call people out for cultural appropriation, and because Hwasa is the most internationally famous, I think that's why people are so quick to check her. Because you're not really going to check someone who you don't know, but Hwasa, because she has a big platform, it's easier for people to hate, which is really disgusting.
Like, she's such, because not only does she get hate in Korea because of like her actual image, though it's improving. I think people are now accepting body types and beauty standards like her now, which is nice to hear. But now you're getting it internationally as well.
Yeah.
And my thing is this, and I said to you, I said, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of apologies, like apology tours. I'm tired of when you do something, you apologize. I don't understand how you're having to apologize every single time you do something, but then you're not going to make the effort to educate yourself before you end up in a situation like this, because you wouldn't have to apologize if you didn't do it. Do you get? Like,
yeah,
especially with Mamamoo's past, you would think that from that point onwards, you would do your best to educate yourself so you don't fall into a situation like that again. And it's like, I don't get it. And her birthday passed not too long ago. She's a good 25, Korean age 26. And it's like, you're an adult, like, research, do your research, especially with everything that's kind of going on in the world, you would think that people would make the effort to be more aware of how to be more sensitive and approach topics and situations like that, which I don't get. But that's my view. And it's one of them ones as well, like, again, that's why I'm so scared for her to enter the Western world, because if that's all you're getting from Korea, international fans or international people, they go, once you're cancelled, they will go hard on you. And it's like, exactly. And it's like, if she had actually gone to Korea, Coachella, promoted and stuff, and still done this, I don't know. That's why you need to.
A lot worse.
It could have. This backlash she's getting can be way, 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 way. And I'm not saying some of it is all deserved. No, because some people are just using it as opportunity to body shame, just be bullies in general, just rude. But like, I'm kind of tired of telling people educate. Like, we need to educate them. Educate yourself. You're grown. Educate yourself. If you know your company isn't doing it, why don't you do it in your free time?
To be very fair, but that's not the culture in Korea. Like, they don't need to educate themselves because it doesn't affect them, and it's not like they're gonna see it because
it's not a priority for them.
People in Korea, there aren't many, and it just doesn't make for them. It doesn't make sense. Why do I need to educate? Like, while I'm saying this, I know it's so wrong for me to say this, but like, they don't need to educate themselves because it doesn't affect them, because they're never gonna see it if they don't come outside of that bubble. But for them to be for idols to be in the public eye, they have to take that responsibility to be that crossover, and to educate, so they can start telling people that no, this is the way it needs to go now. And you jump on the bandwagon, because we are all humans in the end of the day. Why can't we just help people out when you can see that there is such a difference in the way that we're treated? For that to change, that's going to take decades. It's going to take a long time because it's just not in their culture. It's nothing that they see. They don't see it at all. It's like I don't see it. It doesn't affect me. Kind of mentality.
I think that's my point, because it's the fact. That's my point. I 100% agree with that. Is the fact that if it's not going to, that's a lot of people are like that though. It's one of them ones is like, do you know what? I'm not gonna be fussing about like with Americans' problems. Don't get me wrong, like with Trump and stuff. It's not fair, but at the same time, I try when we bring topics to each other, I try to avoid bringing up America's topics, because we need to kind of focus on what's going on in our country. Do you know what I mean? First, before we really start focusing on other people's situations and stuff, unless like it's a problem that's affecting us too. Yeah. Do you get? Not in like a selfish way, because there are things where you have to address, like the Yemen crisis. That. But things where like America, you need to deal with yourself. I'm not going to just be 100% into it, you get, because it's just not possible. But my thing is this: if you're getting bigger in the industry, you're going to come across these kind of things, and if you need to be some kind of representation for, like you said, there to be some kind of change. And if your company isn't doing that, you need to do that. That's all I'm saying. Like, obviously you can't just change the way, because again, like things like blackface is such a norm in that country, such a norm, whereas in other countries it's such a taboo, because to them it's like and I get it, their reason is we haven't got black people, next best thing, make ourselves look black for like shows and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to us, but that's their logic. You have to kind of see it like that. And I think that's what people are missing with the situation. And people are saying, oh, if you see clearly, just shows she's racist. I don't think she's racist. I do not think she's racist slightly. And I say this because even before their Mama Moo blew up, she's been a Beyonce, Rihanna stan. Like, she's constantly saying, oh, Rihanna's my idol. When she auditioned for RBW, she came with like a Rihanna look. She said it like on like a interview that she was having. A fan meet she was having, was so obsessed with Rihanna and stuff. And I think it's little things like that, the way little words and things she said over the years clearly shows that she really does love people like that. Someone that's kind of outside of the norm. Korea is so conservative. People like react that, you know, and that's people she's grown up looking up to and stuff. She even like makes her like lips a bit like she overnight has more of a look. Now, I'm going to call out the appropriation, because it's appropriation regardless, but I just don't, because if you're racist, that means you hate a race, point blank, period. And I don't think you would hate someone you call them your second mom. Like, why? I don't get it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think she's racist at all. I just think there's just a lot of like ignorance. The solution to all of this is to have a black woman on your team. That is I feel like that's the best solution, because she will stop you from all of this nonsense. She will call you out for the appropriation. And I don't know why people don't invest in this, but actually I do, because there are barely any black girls in Korea, so how are they going to have access to it? But I really do feel that you need some kind of diversity on your team to stop this ignorance and get more education, and to know you're going to offend people if you do this. And if you still do it, then we know what your raw target, then we know your raw meaning to all of this is.
Yeah. And I even touching on that as well, it's a thing of where like it just clearly shows that there's just such a lack of like a lack of what's the word?
Diversity.
No, like in the label. What's the word? Not control, like a lack of order in the company, where it's not even just stuff like when it comes to like international topics and stuff, just little things of like where people will be like, guys, can you put English subs on your videos, you know, hiring someone in that field, or hiring someone when it comes to the mental health of the artist, or hiring someone that's properly going to manage the leadership stuff in groups. It's like there's just always something missing when it comes to these K-pop companies and stuff. Like I don't get it. It's so weird to me, and I think I really think a black woman should be in every single these companies. First, let's get our coins. Number one, but number two, I think black women are just I think because we go through so much, we're one of the best people to kind of see everything from different perspectives.
I'll do it.
I don't want to do it. I'm not trying to get called a nigger in Korea. Thanks.
If I get my bag and you get to basically handle something.
No, thank you. No, thank you. How come my friend Zainab, she was telling me how they have a separate word for nigger in Korea, that they'll just be saying that, but if you don't know it, you wouldn't even know. I said, what? God forbid. You dumb. If I find out, I'll deck your face. Don't try it. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
But
I would really.
I was also. Oh, go on.
Okay. No, for real. I would love to take the job. If anybody wants to call me up, like just Instagram, DM me. I will do the job for you.
She's open, guys. She's saying that she wants the job. Go ahead. I will record from London and Korea. What's it called? I was saying this to you as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think appropriation is different depending on where you're from. Cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
As I was saying, that Western cultural appropriation and Eastern cultural appropriation is so different, because if you're born in the Western world, there shouldn't be a reason for you to say, I don't know what's going on in my what's going on when it comes to racial issues and stuff, and I'm still doing it anyway. Like that, there shouldn't be a reason for that. Especially in this day and age, what we're going through currently, there shouldn't be a reason, right?
What was the reason?
What was the reason? It shouldn't be there shouldn't be a reason. Whereas with the Eastern world, a lot of these countries, you have to understand, especially with the people that have been in power in a lot of these countries, they've been cut off from what's going on in the Western world. Cut off. Oh, their culture is so strong that things outside of it are just so unknown to them. Deep it. Having a word like nega as a word. A normal word. It's like, huh? It's like, what? And it's like, the word could have easily been changed over the years, because that word was used during times of slavery, which happened 400 years ago. At least during that time, it could have just changed over time.
Getting into K-pop, that one really threw me. I said, what are these people saying? Then I realized, that's
I think if I was even saying, to see this thing, I don't check for BTS at all. It's saying that gives me all this information. This girl. Anyway, she was saying that I think someone must have asked BTS or one of the members, which member it was, well, like, oh, there's a word nigga in your language. Like, what are your thoughts on that? And how do you approach it? And then I don't know who said it, was like, We are aware of the word, of course, because it's our language. But if you notice, a lot of our songs, we try our hardest to avoid using that word because we can see it being offensive to our listeners stuff. Obviously, that's not all we intend by saying the word, but then we want our music to be enjoyable and reachable to all our listeners. And it's like that kind of thinking I appreciate. Obviously, do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, it's not by force you have to stop saying, because if as long as it doesn't mean what I think it means, I don't mind you saying it. Because it's not the meaning. That's not the meaning, like, at all. It's not as in, like, oh, when people say, oh, yeah, I said the N-word, but I've changed the meaning because it means brother. No, it's actually just a different word in a different language. Do you get? Even the spelling is different. So you don't have to, but they do it anyway. And that's what I appreciate, people that do something like that. And that's the thing, you're getting older. The company did not tell them to do that. They took it upon themselves to re-educate themselves and do better from that point onwards. And yeah, it's just like that cultural appropriation in the Eastern world is so different, because what they do, they see it as, oh, this is trendy and cool in the Western side. We want to incorporate it too. In the past, it was, I think it did come, right? But like nowadays, I just think it's a thing where to them it's cool. I want to adapt it into my style, like make it cool here too. And it's like, that's not a no. Like, you can't just, go about doing it, because even the way you're doing it, sometimes it doesn't even look good. Do you get? And
also, I don't like the fact of, like, why are you able to pick and choose bits from our culture that you think you like and cool, flip it, change it, so it's something, now you've said it's your own, and then leave us in the dark. And then now all of a sudden it's like Black Lives Matter, but you don't want to help out with that, but you want to. So
it's like what you just said. Now it kind of again touches on what the dress thing is, where it's like you clearly, if it really is originating from Korea, clearly it's influenced by African culture. It's like you're saying, oh, it originated from Korea, it's something that we own, but then the style is clearly inspired by African culture. A lot of us African people, we've really inspired, and a lot of the things you see today have been inspired from just African culture, the jump, or Black people culture from the jump. But because people have taken it as their own, it's mine, cool. But then we don't get the support when we're asking for, like, allies and stuff. You don't want to speak up, like you just said. But but what I was saying about, like, appropriate and stuff, you'll mimic it, don't do it well, and then you can't blame people for seeing it as offensive, because, like, you're doing it and it doesn't even look good. To them, it's like, okay, we just didn't, we had an attempt, it wasn't the best, but we like it. But if I don't have that same way of thinking, it's like, you're doing it bad, clearly you're mocking it. Do you get? So and it's not good. It's still not good. Cultural appropriation is never good. I think there's a difference between cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation. And there's a few people that truly just, you can tell they just appreciate the culture. Do you get? I think cultural appropriation could just be the same things, but it's just how you you carry yourself, and I just think some people just need to learn why it's offensive. Don't try and like give an excuse. It's not everyday excuses. But I don't know where I stand with Mamamoo at the moment. It's very iffy.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like, you just need to see how this kind of unravels, because this was today. Today, so maybe in a week's time there'll be, I don't know, some kind of, like, I don't want to say apology, but like just
I get it.
Yeah, but some kind of change, maybe some like show of education kind of thing.
Yeah, because I think the best thing she can do for herself, because another thing that kind of annoys me sometimes when it comes to the K industry is that it's always the labels that are talking for the artists that make a mistake. But I want to hear the artist say, and when I mean say something, I want it coming out your own mouth. I don't want it looking staged. I don't want it looking like you were forced to do it. But I want there to be kind of acknowledgement. Even if you're not the best speaker, at least if I'm going to have to read some kind of letter or something, let me see there was some kind of like acknowledgement and give me an example of how you're going to move forward. Do you get? Because even this NBC one, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm happy that you're addressing certain things went there, but at the same time, you're giving me a lot of excuses, and that's not what we asked for. It's like, if the best thing you can do is we apologize for this, and because we've offended so many people, I'm no longer going to edit episode.
Yeah.
Because if you really want to continue on with this series, which you can, because they've already filmed episodes past this one, you can film those other episodes. Just don't air the episode, because they're really being like uploaded on YouTube. What could you get from what YouTube views? Like, please, you don't have to air it. It's not by. I'll be so rude
from it. You don't need to profit from it.
Exactly. And I'll be so rude. I feel like once that episode comes out, it's going to offend more people. I just feel it in my spirit. I feel it in my spirit. So, just don't air the episode. It's not going to kill you. You know? That's really all I have to say. Like, I don't, it's a lot, because it's like, it just makes people that stand for, like, especially when it comes to Kwasa, people that really stand up for this girl when she's going through it, it kind of gives you a slap in the face at the same time, especially I'm a person of color who stands this girl, but then she does stuff like this. It's like, I'm not going, yes, I stand you, but my morals and values standing someone. And I feel stupid. Just like, it's very hypocritical of me if I just ignored this because I like a certain artist or something. That's so silly. So, but yeah, that's all I have to say. Lee, if there's anything else you want to say, because I like the conversation.
Yeah,
I do. But what would you have to really say about this?
I just hope that, I know this won't be like a massive turning point or anything, but I just hope like maybe one person learns from this and that it increments like a little change in like K-pop as a whole, and like it can start building, like start conversations in Korea. And there are going to be times where you're going to offend people, but you need to understand why people are offended. And okay, we acknowledge that you're offended. Sorry, kind of thing. But no, next time we'll do better. We're going to educate ourselves. We'll do this, this, and this. This is how we're going to do it. I just hope that just like one person can change, and then another person, and then another person. Yeah. It's a sticky situation. Yeah.
Well, I just want there to be, like, I'm really, in my head, I'm thinking, like, how can she turn this situation around? I think the best thing you can do is, apologize, because I do think he can apologize. I think everyone has the right to apologize, and everyone has the right to accept the apology. But I think as well, once you apologize, educate people from there as well.
Yeah.
Not only educate yourself, but educate people as well, and just be like, okay, guys, cool. If like certain aspects of this culture, please we all of us have to admit that every area of our life has been inspired by so culture.
Yeah.
So this is ways you can avoid from appropriating. This is ways you can help support the community. I think if you do actions like that, I think that's when people can truly respect properly. I feel like there's someone I have in mind that's done that, but I'm not sure who. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. But I feel like something's triggering in my head, like someone's done something like that before. If I can think of that person, I will talk about it maybe the next time we have an episode. But something like that, like not only educating yourselves, but educate the people around you. Like show that, okay, I'm doing this to so and so, so I'm doing that so and so. So my fans, if you please be restrained from saying this, restrained from saying, stuff like that. Because it's like, okay, cool. Like this person's actually trying to make amends, do better. And that's why, like you said, we need a Black person in these teams, specifically Black, because we don't need an ally of we need a Black person who goes through the struggle, that's very open-minded to speak and help these artists out. Help them.
So, call us up, we got you.
And it's one of the ones as well, like, even quickly as well, with Nicki Minaj, when she released Charlie controversy, but she's appropriating culture. I'm not just saying this with Korean labels, though they seem to be the main people doing this, but also just labels in general. Get more diversity in,
please.
Because even with BTS, you don't hear them going through controversy like that anymore. Because clearly, because it's getting bigger and bigger as a label, clearly there are people that are involved that are now being more aware of what's going on. And the boys are getting more educated as well, and you just don't hear things like that anymore. Expand your agent and hire people to kind of help get a better understanding, provide people with more jobs, to do this. Like, honestly, it's a win-win situation if you just have this kind of mindset. Just once you do better, everyone does better. Like, it's such a simple thing. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it.
These companies, because we're available. Yeah.
You can go. I'm staying my ass here. I'll drop a few people who want to drop a few names here and there if you want to sign yourself up, but I'm staying my ass here. Let me sort out what's going on before I start flying away to Korea. It's not my concern. Anyway.
Okay.
There was one more thing I wanted to quickly talk about, but I've forgotten, but it was important. It was trending on Twitter. I can't remember, but Nicki Minaj, quickly.
Congratulations. Oh.
Did you see?
Yeah. Yes. I did. You don't even need to say it. I know exactly what you're talking about. Hilarious. I was dying. And it was so accurate. Like, that could have been a Nicki Minaj flow, please. Oh my God.
Do you want to explain? Because I feel like we're giggling, but there are people that genuinely might not know.
So there was a girl on TikTok who took the news of Nicki Minaj being pregnant and she said, yeah, you know what, let me run with this. And she ended up doing some bars on some of the...
Oh, are you talking about that?
What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about people just making up, saying that Tom Holland is the father of her baby.
I'm not on the wavelength.
Because his name was trending along with Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
what the hell?
It wasn't really that interesting.
It was even on Snapchat. You know those Snapchat news columns?
Yeah.
It showed Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Is Tom Holland really the father of Nicki's baby?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Because apparently it was like a long-running joke.
That's the thing. I said I've never heard of this joke. Like,
right?
What?
But
I did see the TikTok you're talking about though.
You did see it.
Yeah, I did.
That was hilarious, man.
That was hilarious. How can someone say Nicki Minaj, the baby is being carried in a bum? I screamed.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
I hate the internet. I hate it. I hate it. There was something I wanted to say before we cut off, but I have forgotten. So we move.
Mhm.
Now we reach the end of the podcast. Let's quickly go to Song of the Week and we will wrap it up.
Yeah.
Got your song, sis?
Yes, I have got my song. I have been obsessed with this song since it came out, okay? And it came out on Tuesday. It is Saturday. Obsessed. It's the first thing It is. I can't find. No, I can't find. By Ted Park featuring Villain. Let me say, the song is so sweet until you get to Villain's bit, and then it's like, what happened here?
Ooh.
And then it goes back to sweet. Because his lyrics are a bit like, I don't even know, they're a bit explicit. I just don't understand what you're talking about. It doesn't matter the song. But I'm like, okay, it's Villain, let's move on. I'm not really surprised, but we move.
We move. I think the thing is though, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like no shade, but shade. Okay. I feel like girls, especially international girls, that like K-R&B and K-hip-hop, they're a bit ratchet, a bit ghetto. I think they just accept certain lyrics and stuff, and you won't really hear complaints and stuff. That's why a lot of these artists just think they can just, get away with saying sprouting rubbish like that. I'll be real. I'm not gonna lie to you. You won't hear me, or you won't see me jamming to a song and I'm constantly getting flooded in my ear with, oh, I want to sex you up. Like, no, I feel so, that's so, cringy. Like, no, I want, true lyricism.
I'm going to be on the side of the other girls. Depend, because some songs can be classy, and sometimes it's a vibe. It's just a mood.
You'll vibe yourself to trouble. Good. Yeah. All right. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit ghetto. Okay, cool. I have my ratchet moments here and there. Don't get me wrong. But I like it when it's okay, cool. It's a vibe. I do agree. I think when it's a vibe, it's a vibe, and when it's not, and it's just word vomit of just filth, then no thanks.
Yeah,
no, thanks.
OTT.
But yeah, no, he's a sick artist though. Like his music and his voice is just. What's my favorite part? Let's get
Genius. But do you know what? I'm not surprised that those are his lyrics, because if you listen to Hocus Pocus, he literally goes, the booty's bounce and bounce. Grind. I said, woo, okay.
Hocus Pocus. Oh, that's such a good song. Oh, couldn't look Santa. Hocus Pocus. Period.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your
Okay, I'm thinking of this song at the moment now. I think my song of the week is by Sunmi's Put Up Your Bum. I really love that song. I love it so much. I think Sunmi is such a good artist. Like, I'm not gonna lie, my least favorite song of hers is Kashina. I don't think Kashina is I don't really like that song. No, I don't hear it.
Okay.
Like I just feel like it's when it comes to because I'm a big fan of round like excellence. Not just because you've got a nice singing voice. I need to hear the lyrics. What are the lyrics trying to say? What are the visuals trying to say? And I just feel like the song is dumb. No shade. And Shala Lay, where I don't like that song too.
La La La
La La La Lay, that's it.
La.
I don't like that song. But her other releases, I love. But this is probably my favourite song because I just think it's just so cute. Oh, that Bright guy, what's his name? Bright 502 Bright, whatever. He was in the music video and he's fine. But I just love that song. It's up there as the top 3 best, and that's why I said the solo artists are doing their damn thing this year.
Soloists, the female soloists are really like they're running the game.
They're running the game, man. But yeah, that song, Maria, I'm watching you, Kwasa, do better. And Chunga Stay Tonight, which is I don't get it. I don't get all these pre-releases. The people have
done with it.
Do you know what I mean? Like the people that have irritated me the most when it comes to pre-releases are Chanka and Card. Blackpink, I don't expect any better with their next pre-release. I don't expect it any better. Question: who do you think is going to be the feature? Because a lot of people say Ariana Grande, but I still for Charlie Puth.
Because I've been going on my head about this because it said featuring. I said featuring who? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited because I really do love and miss Blackpink. I know I've like really crapped on their like last few comebacks because they haven't been hitting the mark. But I really, really do wish the best for them, and I'm really excited for this. But I have no idea who the feature is. I was thinking like maybe they have another song with Dua Lipa. I was thinking G-Dragon. That's what I was thinking.
That'd be sick. Oh my days! If it's one of the kings and queens of YG. Oh my gosh, that would be sick.
It's over.
That it is over. But I do think he'll be an international artist. I'll be so real with
you. Yeah.
Which I'm not really a fan of. I'm not.
I really think it's G-Dragon because they were in the studio together a while ago.
True.
So, you never know.
Oh. Someone edited Charlie Puth's face and tried to make it seem as if it was him. If you saw the way Blinks were losing their minds, I was laughing. I said, hey, if it's him, and you went...
Best record with K-pop. Sorry. Army's already got onto him first because of like the collaboration he did with BTS, and he got called out for like using them for clout, which just a little bit. I agree with.
Oh, do you know what? I'll laugh if it's him because these Blinks went on this man's Instagram page and told him, don't talk to our girls ever. Because he must have, Lisa must have posted a picture. I don't see her Instagram is like Lala Lisa or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And then he must have put something along the lines of la 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 or something like that. Or put like an emoji that had the same emoji of her post or something that just seemed very similar. And he must have commented under that post as well, as in like heart or something, like a heart or whatever. And people were like, ew, you Charlie Puth trying to flirt with Lisa, you're such a creep. Oh. And it's like, imagine if they're doing this because he's featured on the song. It's like you went on this man trying to insinuate that he's trying to be a creep and be flirty with her, but then come to find out he's only being friendly because he wants to be on the song. I hope that's the case because all of you man can swallow words. But we move. But yeah, Card. And the Card, I'm telling you, Card, I feel like Card would have been a lot bigger if they're just debuted with Onana. Because imagine debuting with Onana and then you're getting a great song like Don't Recall as your next comeback. And then Rumour. Back-to-back great songs.
Damn. Well,
They're pre-released. Go on, sorry.
well, I'm excited for whatever next comeback they have. So
Yeah, because their pre-release song, there wasn't enough promotion. It's only when they had their actual debut song that's when they made effort to promote. But if they had just given the same energy for those Onana and their, I'm pretty sure Card would have been a lot bigger. A lot bigger. And that's my issue, is Card and Chanka. I just wish they'd just come back with their songs. Like, Day Tonight was sickening. Like, I don't know why they gave Play a stage and Stay Tonight didn't get a stage.
I'm so mad at that.
Like, I'm better see that song performed on the end of year shows. Like, I better see it, because I don't find it funny. I don't find it funny. But I think I'm K-popped out now. But yeah, Sunmi, Puripipam. And lastly, Lehigh joining AOMG.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her.
Mm-hmm. Like, immediately, I'm already seeing her promoting way more than she did YG. I've seen her on Idol Radio. She's got a little series she's doing on her YouTube channel.
She has an Instagram.
Yeah, she's got the other AOMG artists promoting her immediately. Like, already I can just see such a good change. It's like even Jamie as well, like her being on all these shows and stuff, you wouldn't have gotten it with JYP, or you would have seen her on ASC and just call it a day. So it's...
yeah. Okay. Well, I don't want this to run too long, so so I think we're at the end. So if you've forgotten, my name's Aaliyah.
And my name is Grace.
And this has been
We
Chattin!